these AI models have these whole worlds inside of them. We just need to find a way to like pull it out and like put it in something to run.
When you say AIs have latent space within them, like in the training data, the way I explain it is like AI is trained on the vast library of humanity and its data and the internet. And you're basically saying there's whole worlds built, like just contained inside these models that you're trying to tap into.
Like, I'm not an ML person. I've tried doing the math side. My brain doesn't math very
You
well.
know,
So
I don't feel like we don't gotta worry about the math side. Let's focus. Like, I think
no,
what's important is like what we already have in front of
but like
us.
conceptually, the way that I think about latent space. So in the literature, the concept of latent space is a mathematical representation of how the model thinks about stuff, basically. Right, so you have these things called embeddings, which is basically you can take a word or a sentence or a paragraph and you can turn it into like a dimension, like a vector dimension. So vector dimensions are like x, y, z coordinates. Everyone knows 3 dimensions. You have an x, a y, and a z. Except inside of the latent space of models, you have a dimensionality of like 1,500 points. X, Y, Z, A, B, C, D, E. Like you have and it represents mathematically a point in a space. It's just the coordinate that denotes where that thing is a dimension of like 1,500 dimensions or whatever.
It's like almost practically like this void inside of these AI models.
It's impossible to conceive of.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
and within a lot of what we do, like RAG, for example, the whole basis of RAG is you can take a word or a concept or a chunk of text and you can turn it into an embedding, which is basically how the model represents it inside of this giant multi-dimensional mathematical space. And for every sentence, for every word, there's like a point. And you can do a bunch of math the same way that you can do this math on like 2 dimensions with like linear algebra and stuff and trigonometry. You can basically say, hey, give me all of the points that are around this point right here, and it grabs all the other things that are embedded into its space and it pulls them out. And that's how we do things like RAG, right? We say, okay, here's a snippet of text, find me all the other snippets of text that relate to this. So the space, the mathematical space where this stuff takes place in, is called latent space.
Okay.
Right now,
And
the way that I think about it is that it's almost like language models think in math. So all of their understanding of language and the world and everything they know is inside of this space, and it's all in there, and it's this condensed mathematical space.
so would you say
And
that
so
a
like
lot of what you do with Project 89 is just like pulling out these world models
I
from
pull
that
things out of
mathematical
latent
equation?
space.